the entities which are regulated by us, they are now being mandated that they cannot associate with people who do one of two things, either of two things. One is if they are not registered investment advisors or research analysts and yet they are giving investment advice or research analysis, then that's a inappropriate activity. They're supposed to register with us. Since they're unregistered and they're still doing it, so they're breaking the law. So obviously our regulated entities cannot have any association with them because they're breaking the law. The second is, irrespective of whether they are registered or unregistered, if they are making claims on performance or in terms of portfolio performance, their service performance, etc., unless it is specifically provided for them to be able to give that information of performance, if they are making claims without that approval, then again they are breaking the law, and therefore again our regulated entities cannot associate with them. So the basic principle here is, what you cannot do directly, right? You cannot break the law directly. You cannot do indirectly by associating with people who break the securities law. Right? So that's the thinking behind this. Now, naturally, there is, there needed to be certain provisos and certain carve-outs that we needed because as part of our public consultation, we received a lot of feedback. And as you know, we take the feedback very, very seriously. So a couple of things which we have done is that if there are people who are exclusively engaged in investor education, but what that means is directly or indirectly, they cannot be playing the role of investment advisor or research analyst. And of course, they cannot be making any claims of return. So you cannot say, I'm doing education, but I'm claiming that my students make 5 crores a year. So somebody who is doing pure education, not giving specific securities advice and not making any claims of performance, such people are outside the purview of our regulation, so our intermediaries and other people can freely associate with educational institutions and people who are doing that. The second is that there are some platforms, and we have had very constructive discussion over the last many months with some of these platforms, where they have demonstrated to us that they have the capability both on a proactive basis and on a curative basis to address the issue of people who are breaking the securities law. So if there are unregistered people who are putting content on their platform, or if there are people who are making claims about performance and these are all illegal activities, then they have the ability, and they've demonstrated that ability, to be able to proactively deal with such people and also curatively deal with such people. Then such platforms Sebi can specify or notify, and then what will happen is that our intermediaries and other regulated entities can freely associate with people through such platforms without any fear of breaking our laws, because we are notifying that yes, the platform has mechanisms, and therefore even if, let us assume on a random basis, some random case slips through, which is otherwise illegal, the intermediary will not be held accountable because we have notified that platform as people who are taking adequate measures to prevent wrongdoing. Right? So this is the first proposal, and of course the responsibility of ensuring that they don't deal with people who are doing illegal work will be on the regulated entities, because those are the ones that come under